Most men mistakenly believe that women must be pursued. Others think that female attention can only be bought with money or attractive looks. However, the kind of men who enjoy real success around girls understand that it only takes a few skills meant to effectively exploit their weaknesses. In this video, we'll reveal 6 weak points of every woman and explain how to use those to arouse their strong interest in you. Watch it to the end and expand your arsenal of seduction techniques with the most powerful yet simple options. The first thing you should keep in mind is that it's all about the game. When there's no game element in your interactions, then there can be no passion or any kind of attraction on a woman's part. What is a game? Well, it's something that evokes emotions in a woman. A game is when she cannot predict how your communication with her will develop further. Therefore, this relationship becomes a kind of quest for her. Let's imagine your first date. You invite a lady to a cafe. You swoop in with flowers and start telling her how serious, successful, and caring you are. As soon as there are awkward pauses in the conversation, you immediately ask her a question in return. Just to have something to talk about, you're ready to cover topics you're not interested in whatsoever. Is there a game element in such interaction? Of course not. Everything looks boring, trivial, and predictable. In fact, a man is performing a well-worn program with the aim of pleasing a girl. Now imagine going on a first date, but without flowers, and telling the girl, "Today I want to find some new coffee shop I haven't been to before. Let's go out and look for it." You start wandering around the city and choosing a perfect new place, while actively chatting about various topics, including your food preferences. You can go to some place and leave because you don't feel like it's the one. Once you've chosen a place to hang out, you can stay there for a while, and then move on because you want to end up showing your girlfriend your favorite place with a nice view of the city. Remember, you're not trying to please anyone, you're just acting naturally. Is there a game element here? Definitely. After all, dating as a whole resembles a small quest called finding new places. On this type of date, a woman gets new emotions, because a man is unpredictable, he thinks outside the box. Unlike the first example where a guy clumsily performs a worn-out standard program trying to impress a girl. If communication with you is associated with routine and predictability for her, she will look for emotions elsewhere and from other people. But if there is a game element in the relationship, then you will be the center of her world because you are the one who brings out her bright emotions. The second is unavailability. Nowadays, any more or less attractive woman is sure to have several options from men who are ready to be with her right now and on almost any terms. Still, she is likely to pay attention to the one who is not so reachable. The fact is that during the communication between a man and a woman, one of them usually shows more availability. The other partner, on the contrary, is less available to spend time with. If a man is more ready to make his tight schedule more flexible for a woman, then in this case, it is not she who reveals her weakness, but he. The woman finds him naive and uninteresting, even though he may have a pretty great appearance and many other advantages. But once a woman feels that a man doesn't show too much interest in her, maybe he even keeps her at a certain distance, she immediately seeks to draw his attention. This forces her to become more open to communication and flexible. That said, it's not as simple as it sounds. When men try to imitate inaccessibility and independence from a woman, they are likely to fall short. Want to hear the reason why? They wait for a woman to take a step forward. As soon as a lady shows interest in them, guys immediately rush to meet her halfway since they've had to endure a lot already. Just keep in mind the golden rule of communication with a woman. Give her just enough attention so that she is always a little lacking. The next quality you should own is about being determined in your decision making. What mistake do many men, especially so-called romantics, make in the wrong sense of the word? They don't realize that on first dates, many women operate in demo mode, trying to demonstrate their best selves. A girl won't say what she actually thinks, but what her companion wants to hear, how proper and humble she is. A man also starts playing the role of the good guy, who doesn't care about intimacy, so he's ready to court a woman for a while in order to show the seriousness of his intentions. Well, it all ends in the friend zone. A man who isn't trying to please a woman realizes that she needs some time to trust him, but this takes 1 to 3 dates. No more than that. He won't arrange months-long courtship displays just to get her to agree to go to bed with him. Therefore, he is not afraid to be active and even arrogant at times. He is not embarrassed by phrases such as, "I'm not like that," or "let's take it slow." He realizes that a woman is just trying to enhance her own value. Both on first dates and in relationships, a confident man must be the one who makes most of the decisions. He doesn't wait for a woman to take the initiative and doesn't ask her, "Princess, where do you want to go tonight?" Yes, that's right, he takes women's opinions into account. And if she is sick, he will wait until she recovers. Rather than insistently asking her out, he is able to assess the situation and make the proper decision. A woman enjoys it when decisions are made for her. Next to such a reliable man, she doesn't need to play the role of a mommy. Next to him, she can relax and feel vulnerable. She is at the mercy of her man and it turns her on. The next one is care. Some might call it generosity, but it's not about mindlessly throwing money at your lady's whims. Think of it as a very subtle psychological technique that works great when dealing with women. You still need to know how to use it correctly. It's no secret that every woman likes to be pampered, but if there is too much care, she will stop appreciating your investment of time and money. That's why women like to use overly generous men only as sponsors. Let's go back to our example with the first date. Suppose the girl came to it because she found you interesting, not to have fun at your expense. In this case, you can simply state, "I want to relax and have a few drinks tonight," and then order a bottle of wine. By your behavior, the girl will understand that you came to see her and relax, not to save money. This gets you a couple of plus points in her eyes. If you feel as though she's hungry but hesitates to order something, tell her, "I have a feeling that you're hungry. Order what you want. I want you to have energy and a good mood during our meeting." This is the kind of generosity women associate with care. Although it is important not to overdo. Don't be too generous. Always keep in mind the balance of investments. Even if the girl wasn't originally opportunistic, if you spoil her too much, she will stop appreciating your care. On the other hand, when you doze generous acts for a woman who sincerely loves you, she will definitely appreciate you even more. This way, you will become a source of unexpected positive emotions for her and a fulfillment of her little desires. The next detail is appearance. I'm not talking about the natural looks that not all men, including famous and successful ones, share. It's about basic self-care. Many guys don't pay attention to such things. They don't take care of themselves. They wear clothes that do not suit them. They cut their hair and shave at random. They don't wear any perfume. Needless to say, it repels women. Right, charisma and eloquence can compensate for the shortcomings of your appearance, but not the lack of grooming. This can serve as a separate big topic, by the way. Start with at least 3 main aspects that women pay special attention to. The first is shoes. They should be tidy and not worn out. The second is your nails. Make sure they are neat and trimmed. The third is your teeth. To begin with, your teeth should be in place, at least the front ones, and your oral cavity should be clean and well groomed. Correct these problems if there are any, and women will pay much more attention to you. You can be as charismatic as you want, but if you are scruffy and smell bad, women will not feel comfortable being around you, and she won't want you either. There's a reason why they say that women love with their ears, but here's the catch. Many guys completely misinterpret this phrase thinking, "Alright, I need to give a girl more compliments and then she will fall in love with me." This is a mistake. A girl will fall in love with you if she sees you as a kindred spirit, a companion with whom she is interested in talking. Unfortunately, many people misunderstand these words as well, especially all kinds of gloomy romantics who are interested in a girl just to make her like them. This is not a sincere connection, just a clumsy game. Girls instantly notice such falsity. Thus, it is important to be able to properly interact with your girl, show interest in her, and tell her about yourself. Discuss topics that are interesting to both you and her. Universal topics include psychology, travel, pets, and worldview. You can talk about your childhood, your dreams. These things are also very bonding. Not only communication skills attract women, they are more attracted to someone with brains. Therefore, at least 70% of the time, try to discuss topics that you have an understanding of. Easiness is also important in communication. Again, this is the problem of many men who start actively testing a girl right on the first date. Ask her the following questions. How many relationships have you had before me? What is your favorite color? What, did you grow up in a full family? Yes, you can be curious about that stuff, but when a date starts to feel like an interrogation, a girl becomes extremely stressed out. Easiness is when you and a woman have a natural talk, joke around, discuss common interests. You don't start any competitions or arguments with each other. In the best case scenario, you'd spend time like best friends. But at the same time, don't forget to flirt so that you don't end up in the friend zone. Put these tips to work and your interactions with women will reach a whole new level. We will be grateful for your likes and comments. Also, don't miss our other videos. See you next time. Bye.